Good evening, everyone, and thank you for watching the Barry Beat podcast live from the Inside Scoop Studios, streamed onto 802 Scoop, both Facebook and YouTube, and of course Barry Beat. Tonight, I got me, obviously, Michael Boutin, and we also have Liam Hogan. Good afternoon, good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So we had you on 802 Scoop, a hot minute ago, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We discussed about having you come on and do Barry Beat with me.
Yeah, here we are.
Yes. So just want to let folks know what we're going to be doing tonight. We're obviously going to talk about local news and city council. Liam's going to give us a little bit of an update on the select board. Then we'll dive into some, school-related stuff. And then Vermont news, Vermont politics, national news, and national politics. We'll see how far we get before we get cut off on Facebook, right?
Yep.
Oh man, I will say one of the interesting stories that we'll be talking about might be about the CVCC. I don't know, or maybe it's something else. It could be about Highgate.
Yep. It
could be about that as well. So you just have to stick around to find out. So with that, we'll definitely. Well, it could also have something to do with a photographer too.
It could. It could. You have to stay and watch.
Yeah, that's right. So want to let folks know there's supposed to be rain tonight. Although when I looked at it last, it didn't look like it was rain. So I had checked the weather prior to coming down here, and it looks like we've got Tuesday, tomorrow, partly cloudy, with a highs of 68 degrees and a low of 50. Wednesday, we're going to get some showers. That's going to be a high of 66 and a low of 46. And then Thursday, it's going to be partly sunny with a high of 72, low of 45 degrees. Friday, it's going to be a high of 63 and a low of... missed it. Look at that. That's not a good start, my friend. With a low... I don't know what the low is. It's going to be 48.
Oh,
and Saturday, we're also going to get some showers, but Sunday, it's going to break, and we'll have some partly cloudy days all next week based on what I see here. Are you excited about the weekend of rain?
Excited about the weekend of rain and excited to need my work fleece again.
Yes, I'm not going to lie.
Hot.
It's bloody hot in here.
Yep.
Of course, both of us are wearing like long sleeve shirts, so we can't really complain about that.
We both thought about it before we put them on.
Yes, yes. When I checked the weather on Saturday, it showed that we were going to have a nice weekend. So hopefully... Nice. The weatherman or weatherwoman, weather person is incorrect, and we just get beautiful weather. Because I don't think it rained today. It was supposed to rain today, and it didn't rain.
Nope. I can't remember the last time it rained.
Yeah, it feels like it's never raining. We're going through a drought, aren't we?
Yep.
I think, have they classified this as a drought?
Yes. Last time I looked, we were in or under a drought.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about CVCC?
CVCC.
That's the Career Center.
They are.
Hey, Brian.
They are discussing. They're not disgusting.
No, they're not. CBC. The career, for the record, Barry beat 802 Scoop. We all support the Career Center. Just for clarity.
Just to make ourselves clear,
Yes,
we're not.
just for clarity. Just for clarity, yes. They will. So they're meeting tonight.
Yep.
To discuss their big project, the
Gotcha.
the $150 million facility up on Baptist Street. For folks that don't know where it's going to be, it's actually the property right next to Jeff Blow's property, which is where they do the little go-kart racing.
Oh, right.
Yes. So you know where that is?
I know where the go-kart track is.
Yes. So it's right before the go-kart track.
Yep.
There's a plot of land there. It's like 53 acres. I think it's owned by Pierre something. So I can't remember. But if you're going up, for folks that don't know, after you pass the Rock of Ages, you go past the little park there, and then it either can go straight or you go to the left, which will bring you to the old Rock of Ages visitor center. But if you go straight, that road goes on to Baptist, and that's where it's going to be. Is the Career Center is going to be up there if the bond is approved in November. So it's a $150 million bond. But the reason why we're bringing it up tonight is because there was a news article. Hey, Donald. There's a news article that came out on Saturday, where they talked about the fiscal impacts of the bond, which, I mean, we kind of all knew that it was going to be some money, right? Like the taxes were going to obviously have to pay for that.
Right.
But it was a little jarring. It was about, for Barre City, it was $372 extra annually.
Wow.
And East Montpelier was like $420.
Wow.
So there was like, oh, that's a little hot.
That's a little more than we thought.
A little bit more money than I had anticipated. So anyway, they're talking about that tonight.
Yep.
It hasn't been officially warned. They're going to warn it on September 8th. But people need to know what's going on, right? And the problem is that it's the Career Center, and we need plumbers. We need electricians.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Lots of good programs down there.
Yep. Donald, you said that Alan Garceau owns it? Garceau owns it? I'm assuming the property that the Central Vermont Career Center is looking to purchase. Is that correct? We'll see. He'll let us know. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But it's a 167,000 square foot facility, and their hope is to be able to raise their current kid count from like 250 up to, no, it's 220 right now, up to 500 kids.
So they'll allow more kids into the program.
More kids into the program. And we need that, we need career-ready children. I mean, they need to be ready to go and get a job.
Yeah.
And we don't have that with our current situation. Everybody, for the last 30, 40 years, people have been saying, oh, you got to go to college. You got to go to college. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Plumber makes more than most college degrees.
It
Just saying.
certainly does.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Did you see the Sumner Goodell?
Yeah, he pleaded no contest for selling drugs. That led to somebody's death.
Yeah. Led to Matthew Hayes, I believe.
Yep.
Matthew Hayes' death. So back in 2021, Matthew Hayes had overdosed, and it was Summer Goodell, Renee Marie Guy,
Yep.
and then Cindy Lou Abbott Hartman, who both the last two were convicted already. Cindy actually, I believe, died of an overdose. I might be wrong on that, but I believe she died of an overdose. But so I read this one, and it's like, wow, so she helped in getting drugs for Matthew,
Yep.
and she helped out with that, and she's finally got to go to court, and she's
Yep.
convicted, and she gets 2 years. The judge said 2 to 10,
Yep.
and 2 to 10, and then it was actually 2, and then the rest was waived for probation.
Wow.
And on top of that, the judge said that she could serve that in concurrent with her current sentence.
Oh.
So she's in there right now for
Yeah.
like another drug related issue where she had like guns, and it was assault and robbery. So
Yep.
there was no guns. I'm lying. I'm sorry. So anyway, she gets to serve concurrent. So meanwhile, a family who is dealing with the death of their child, she's going to be able to be free in 2 years.
2 years.
2
and
years.
Then she'll only have 7 years of probation left.
And that's it. That's all
That's
she
it.
gets. So the family can't ever see their kid again, but yet she gets to go out
she gets
free
to
in
go
2
out.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a problem with our society.
There's
opinion.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
There's a couple problems.
yeah, there definitely is a couple problems.
We have a couple of problems, especially here in Vermont. But
Yeah, we do, 100%. You want to talk about the Nodes Family Farm Fest?
The Farm Fest, I believe I saw a whole bunch of it on Facebook. I was otherwise occupied this weekend. But I saw the Elks Club was doing, what were they doing? Corn, and they had a whole bunch of stuff out there.
So I don't know. Was the Elks Club the one that did the corn?
I know it was.
'Cause I know-
Was it the Lions Club?
It was
think
the
it's
Lions Club.
Yep. No. I saw
I didn't,
something.
I didn't want to say anything. The Elks Club might have been up there.
No.
I didn't see them.
You said that, and then I remembered seeing a picture with the Lions Club logo. I was like, yeah, no, you're right.
Yep, the Lions Club were the ones that really did a lot of work on that. I know that Bible Baptist Church was up there. They were passing out food, and Max Tardy, who is the youth pastor at Bible Baptist Church, he ended up getting into with Jake Kuchar. They got into the dunk tank.
Oh, nice.
And Raylene just confirmed it's definitely the Lions Club.
The Lions Club.
That's what I thought. Megan says, I agree, it's terrible, but that person chose to buy drugs and not test them. Nothing is safe. So sad. And you know what, Megan, you're 100% correct on that. I mean, it was a choice. But it's, we should be like really putting the screws to sellers. That's my opinion. I think there's a place for putting, people that are using drugs also in the system. But definitely drug dealers need like that. That's just, not cool. Yeah. And Brian says there's definitely a problem with the judicial system. Yep.
Yep.
Yes, there is. It's a systemic problem. Our laws, our judicial system, our state's attorneys, and a lack of police officers.
They can't find anyone.
No, they can't. And that's one of the, when you sit there and you call our police over and over and over horrible things, what a surprise, shocker, they're not going to want to be police officers.
Nobody wants to do it.
Shocker. It's frustrating.
I think that was a culmination over the years, because we had those big, what was it? It wasn't 2020. We had those.
The riots?
You're right. The massive protests.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, the BLM protests.
Yeah. So I think it's just been from then to now. Nobody's really wanted to to get in.
It's been a problem. And Barre City's tough too, right?
Right.
You know, we are down, I think, 5 police officers. I think, and possibly more by now. And you can feel it. You know, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to.
You just don't see 'em.
Our city is, quite frankly, falling apart, and it is a. And I'll just keep my mouth shut to say why I think it's the way that it is, except for the fact that you elect people that don't make good laws. In Montpelier, this is the product. We have elected people that support Raise the Age initiative so that, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds are not accountable for the stuff that they do. You support people that support safe injection sites and decriminalization of drug problems. Yeah, this is what you get. But hopefully we can turn this around, because
Yep.
it's certainly something that needs to be done.
We need a big U-turn here.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And a lack of support for our officers, 100%. I think that's what Raylene said. I think a couple years ago they were trying to get rid of qualified immunity on the state level.
Huh.
Are you familiar with what qualified immunity is?
Isn't that if someone makes a case, they'll say, you're safe
Correct.
from.
Yep. So it's a protection for police officers. Let's see here. Donald Koch says, it's bad when retired cops are saying, do something else. And Raylene says, we should be backing the blue, not going against them. We should be backing the blue, not going against them. And she said that twice to reiterate it, to make sure that people realize that. And Brian says, great future ideas for the Career Center, just saying. And you're correct. It is a great idea. All right. So, yeah, the Nodes family, it was pretty cool. And they're going to be doing, I think, Lions Club is going to be presenting the check on September 2nd, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right, so that's some local news, and we're now going to jump into the local politics, although we kind of touched a little bit on local politics with
a little
police
bit
stuff.
already. See? We're
Why
ahead
don't-
of schedule.
Sir, so for those that don't know, Liam lives in the Barrytown side of Barry, in South Barry actually, but
Yep.
that's Barrytown. And he's going to be giving us the update on the select board. So, sir, go right ahead and take it from here.
I just read, what was it? Late last night. That was it. I just read their most recent minutes. And a couple of interesting things, I thought. They're going to purchase a new ambulance. So this one will be, I guess, an early replacement from how it was worded. And they're also talking about adding a 7th ambulance, a van style, to their fleet. So I thought that was
Van
a
style?
van style. Like, where do you see them? I think, don't you see them in Boston? I forget what they're called.
Van style.
Arm,
I'm very curious about this.
Med, something like that. Life Med, no, that's not it.
Just looking it up.
Yep, van style.
Oh,
ambulance.
van style.
Right.
Okay. So for folks that are looking for what that is, that's what I think you're referring to. It looks like a van.
Looks like a, yep. And I guess
It's like a Traverse, or not a Traverse. I can't remember the name of the type of vehicle it is, but yeah.
I guess it won't be for like 911, but it'll just be for doing other stuff. You know,
Oh, so like going to
Yeah.
racetracks and stuff like that?
other stuff not related to the emergencies they run.
Yep, that makes
Uh,
sense.
So that, and then I read something that the police are going to get their own utility garage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Donald Koch, who lives in Barrytown, he says that they're hesitant about that 7th ambulance, but they're discussing it.
Discussing it.
So folks, I'm assuming that that means that they definitely haven't made any decisions yet. They're just discussing it, and Donald called it a sprinter.
A sprinter.
So I've never heard of that term, but I'm sure that that's
yeah.
correct.
Sprinter vans are like the ones you
Yep.
people live in, right? The
Yep.
big.
Yep, and Donald's correct. That's exactly. Look at that, Don. Good job, Donald. Good job.
Oh yeah.
So the police garage contract.
Yep. They said they're, I guess, considering one.
Do they have any plans of where?
Not that I saw. I saw Berlin. As an option. I'm not sure. But I guess they've been talking about this one for a while as well.
The company out of Berlin. So they're looking
Yeah.
to contract. So there's some construction, and they seem to have an agreement to approve the company out of Berlin for $91K.
Yep.
Concerns about construction. You'll have to take. I'm gonna have to say you're gonna have to look into that and get
Gonna
back
have
to us.
Yeah.
We'll have to. Maybe we'll do a post on 802 Scoop. A follow-up comment from Liam. We'll go on down to the next one there.
And then new police cruiser from McGee Ford.
Nice.
That's always fun. And it was funny, I saw that in the minutes. And then when I went by McGee Ford the other day, I actually saw, I don't know if it was the police cruiser, but I saw a police cruiser sitting out there. So I was like, there you go.
46K. That's not bad. Did they mention whether or not it's used or new?
I would think it's new.
Well, 46K. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, 46K is actually. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's used.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I always
wouldn't
thought
be
they
surprised.
bought new.
They might have. Well, I know that. Oh man, years going way back when I
Right.
was on city council. Like one of the first toughs I got into with the city manager was over the police cruisers from McGee. And we had some, we had some words. Well, not words. We didn't actually have words, but I was curious what was going on with it.
Right?
And yeah, no, I wonder if that's used because I think we paid like 46,000 in like 2011 for a new cruiser.
For a new one. I wonder
But
if it's used. That's
maybe,
interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if Barrytown got a good deal. Wouldn't be surprised. They're pretty good. They're pretty savvy when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Got a good deal.
They got a good deal,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And then I saw something about grant money. The Community Development Block Grant was being distributed in the CVRPC presentation.
That's on city council agenda tomorrow night.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So if people want to learn more about the CVRPC presentation, sorry.
It's only 7:30.
If you want to learn about that, that's tomorrow night. That wasn't very nice of me. And that'll be at city council, so you can get that second bite at the apple for that, or you could just watch it online with the Barrytown one. And something about Act 250. Oh, that's part
I think
of the
that.
CV,
Yeah, I think those are.
the land use mapping update. So that's all. That's also going to happen down in Barry City. So they must be doing the rounds, and that happens. The state goes and does rounds around local municipalities.
Right.
Oh my goodness, it's so painful. All right, well, I can talk about the city council tomorrow night. Barre City has received $143,000 to date for the opioid settlement, the Vermont opioid settlement, and the city is going to be voting to allocate an additional 20,000 to Turning Point Center. So the Turning Point Center is, do you know where the Tilden House is?
Yes.
So the Turning Point Center is what was the name of that building? It was a spa, something like Salala Spa. Somebody help me out there. Somebody knows. It was like Sunday. Oh, maybe it was Sunday Spa.
Hey, I'd go
Sunning
to the
Spa.
Sunday spa.
Raylene, you'd go to that? Liam goes into the tanning booth.
Yeah.
So they're refurbing that building, and so they're allocating an additional 20,000. We had previously allocated 40,000 of the opioid settlement. So we'll have to. I'm sure that Raylene's working on getting Bob into It's No Secret. Sundara. Donald's got our back. What the heck, Liam?
I know.
What the heck?
Well, hey, it's my first,
It's your first foray
Yeah.
into this? Yes.
I'll get better.
You'll get better. Thank you, Donald. We appreciate that. So yeah, they'll be getting an additional $20,000. I highly doubt anybody would say no to that. So they are going to be raising the rates, the sewer and water rates.
Oh, man.
And I know it gets, especially you Barre Town people, you get really hot under the collar when you talk about water rates down here. Oof. If anybody wants to piss off a Barre Town resident, start talking about water rates.
About water rates.
Yes. Linda says, did you say Turning Point's going to in former Sundara? Yes. They're going to be, if it's the building right next to the Tilden House, between the Tilden House and was it the old Harry's Pharmacy? But it used to be Basil's Pizza, that
Yes.
building. There's a little building there, and Bob is retired? Sharon Jacobs just said that Bob has retired. I didn't know that. Bob was a great guy. Well, not that he's still around,
Right.
but
You're just not working.
but he's not there. Well, I'm sure Raylene's going to work on getting whoever's down there. Okay, so Sundara was next to City Lane. So it wasn't Sundara. I don't know what it was. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like you got some people in
But
there,
it's-
so they'll figure it out.
They know. I mean, you know where it is. It's next to the Tilden House.
Yep.
But yeah, so they'll be raising the rates on the water and sewer. And of course, there's going to be a flood update and a CDBG-DR, which is Community Development Block Grant Disaster Relief
Wow.
applications. The city council has been talking about that a lot lately. And hopefully we can get some of those passed, or not passed, but some of those applications approved, and
Yep.
we can get some money into the city to help deal with the flood issues. And then there's also going to be an update on the revolving loan fund, which apparently has not been used.
Oh.
Nobody's used it since the city council designated, I think it was 250,000 to the revolving loan fund, and nobody's used it. So, folks,
Are they going to talk about?
go look into it. Huh?
Are they going to talk about? I don't know, reallocating it? Are they going to
So-
talk about using it?
Based on what I saw in there, it looks like they're going to talk about changing they're going to make some suggestions. So Down Street is the one that's kind of like working it.
Yep.
They are going to make some suggestions for modifications
Modification
to
part.
make it more attractive to
Right.
use the revolving loan fund. And Linda Kuchar says they just boarded it all up. Endless summer tan.
Nice.
That's what Liam's going to get.
Yeah,
He's going to get
the
the
endless summer tan.
He's going to go in there, get sprayed with the tan. You know, he's going to come out looking orange.
You know they have to use special. I just learned this today at work. They have to use special stuff to get their spray tan off. I had no idea.
I didn't know that either.
I mean, I didn't know it came off. I thought, well, I don't know what I thought, but now you do.
I think if you want a tan, you should go outside and hit the sun.
That's what we used to do.
I'm too cheap to go in for a tanning thing. I don't know if I'd want to do that, actually.
Yeah, no.
Coming out looking like an orange. Oh, man. I'd make a joke. I'm not going to. And those funds, the revolving loan fund, the money came out of ARPA, which is American Recovery. I don't know.
All right.
It's the ARPA funds.
American Recovery.
Yes, American Recovery Patriot Act. I don't know.
That'll be in our post comment too.
Yeah,
from
sure.
Michael.
But the funds were allocated out of that to hopefully stimulate housing in Barre.
Well,
we certainly need it.
certainly need more housing. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Although, so I'm going to be honest with you. I don't actually. We have a housing crisis. I do agree with that. What I don't agree with is I don't think we have. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't actually. We have a housing crisis. I do agree with that. What I don't agree with is I don't think we have. People are not renting their house, or they're not renting,
Right.
and we lost people. We must have had a problem with our internet. Sorry about that, folks. We either, I personally think it's because our landlords don't want to rent out, and we have a lot of people that are from out of the state
Yep.
that own property here, and I think we should tax out-of-staters, but that's just my personal opinion.
They they go and then they leave for the winter and then they come back, right?
Correct, but what they should do is they should file residency here. That's what I want to see,
Yep.
so that they pay income tax.
They
That's
should
what
have to.
I agree. Unfortunately, we can't force that.
You think it's also, maybe houses are too expensive for people,
Oh, well, yeah,
and
because
that's also playing into
that
it.
definitely, the market has definitely gone up in housing.
Yeah.
But I think the rental stock, I think the problem there is that landlords do not want to rent because it's just not worth it.
Right.
You know, it's you could rent out and somebody could trash your apartment and that's it. You're done.
That's it.
Yeah, frustrating. But anyway, so like I said, the CVPRC is going to be at City Council tomorrow night.
Yep.
And Carol Dawes is going to be giving her update on the funds that are out there, and there's quite a bit of funds. We have, like the Cozy Trust. We have the Sepper Bond funds. There's a lot of these funds that are out there that some of them have like a minimum that has to be in the bank. Like,
Gotcha.
for example. Oh, man. It's not the Bulldog. I don't think it's the Bulldog Fund. I can't remember the name of the fund that I'm thinking about, but I will pull it up here in a hot minute. Doop. There we go. It's the Brusa Trust. So the Brusa Trust, it has currently $92,000 in it.
Yep.
But only $42,000 of it can be spent. And the reason why is because they have to maintain that $50,000 in the trust funds.
Gotcha.
And there's a couple that are like that. But we have, so there's quite a few fund balances there,
Yep.
which is Good to know. And they all have their special, you can only spend it on this, that, or
Right.
the other.
You can only.
Yeah. And then, of course, she'll be presenting that and telling people where we are. Want to move on to the school?
Sure. What's going on in the school?
When did you graduate?
20. That was a long time ago. I'm getting old. 2016.
Did you just say, wait a minute, hold up.
Isn't
So
that right?
I know who's watching right now. Why don't you say that again? Why don't you say that again?
What? That I'm old? Or
Did you guys hear that? Let me tell you. No.
I got 2 white hairs here.
2016?
2016. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that sounds right.
When were you born?
1998. There you go.
When in 1998? When
April.
Did you, April of 1998.
Yep.
I graduated from high school 2 months later.
Oh. Got it.
And I'm technically not old. Don Koch says that he graduated in 1993.
Jeez.
Okay. Raylene, she graduated back in the 50s.
Don was already working maybe his second job by the time I was even a thought.
Raylene says just a baby. We both are, Raylene. We both are. Although, in all honesty, Raylene and I are not that different in age. I think she's only got like 5 years on me.
Well, that's not bad.
No. But definitely got quite a few more than you.
Yep. Definitely the younger one.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. So talking about the schooling. So you graduated right before the merge. Now, did you graduate in Barrytown?
Nope. So I graduated in Alaska, actually.
No. Oh, you're a transplant.
No, because I lived in Vermont for a while, and then I left for 10 years. And then I came back.
Okay.
Uh,
We'll let that slide.
yeah. Transplant-ish.
Transplant-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. But either way, so you weren't here for the
The merge.
merge.
I
But
wasn't.
as folks know, 454. Raylene, see, she graduated in 1990, so she's got 8 years on me. Not 5. I thought it was 5. Some reason I thought it was 5. Whatever. So the H454, the legislation requires a merging from 4,000 to 8,000 district.
Gotcha.
And, oh, Raylene, I love you. She just told me to F you.
Heart that comment.
My goodness.
The best one we had all night.
I love you, Raylene. I'm so sorry. So anyway, I went to the merger conversation over in Williamstown.
Yep.
Yeah, we're really far off from getting anywhere with that, but the desire was to have a say in what districts we're put with, right?
Yeah.
So the BUUSD, we have 2,200 kids in it, which we only need 2,000 more to make our own district.
Right.
So we're kind of like in this really good spot. We could say, I don't want to go with Montpelier. Or, hey, you know what, maybe, Montpelier, you go do whatever you want to do. We're going to hook up with, Williamstown, Randolph, whatever,
Right.
There's options for us where some districts, they're just going to be part of something else. So we went there and we had that conversation, and I don't know, we'll see what happens. One of those stay tuned moments for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. What do you think about merging? You excited about it?
Oh, super excited.
Super excited?
I think it's interesting. 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 I think it's Yeah, I think it's interesting how they're going to do it, and it'll be interesting to see, like you said, which school districts end up where and wanting to go.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's a truck out there. Glad I moved my trike inside.
I think it'll be interesting to see how it all finally pans out.
Yeah, we'll see. I watched 3 hours of the redistricting task force, and boy, that was
You were probably
such a riveting 3 hours.
right.
Riveting.
That
I was at the
You were at the tip of
edge
your
of
chair.
my
Yeah.
seat, man. I just, oof. Anyway, after that excitement,
Ooh.
we should probably give a shout out to Tasty Bites.
Yep.
So, and they're going to be closing in 15 minutes. But for folks that don't know, they are open until 8 o'clock at night on Mondays and Fridays for their Stonecutter specials.
Nice.
So they named their specials Stonecutter specials because we live in Barre and
live
we're
in
kind of
Barre,
stonecutters. Stonecutters
Makes-
come out, they need food.
Makes a little sense.
And unfortunately, if you're listening to this show, you're too late for the pulled pork sandwich and corn on the cob.
Oh, man.
But Friday night, you can go for chicken spaghetti, chicken spaghetti and garlic bread and a side salad.
Nice.
$16.99 for that. So I was going to go there yesterday.
Yep.
And I was on my trike and I rolled up and there were people waiting in line. I was like, I can't, because I had food in my trike in my basket. So I was like, well, I was going to stop and get some fried dough. Like
Right.
fried dough?
I do. Fair fried dough.
Fried dough is amazing.
It is.
All right. Well, let's move on to Vermont news and some politics. Are we excited about that?
We're super excited. Lots of news going on in Vermont.
There is. You want to talk about the Wyndham Southeast Supervisor Union contracts? So one thing that I just love is unions. when it comes, so full disclosure, I like unions that
Yep.
are in public or not public, in private areas. They have there's reasons for them. But man, they can be a pain,
Yeah.
especially in the municipal and school levels. It's tough. It can be very difficult. But this is actually, this is not really public sector
Gotcha.
because Wyndham Southeast Supervisor Union, they contract out. So this is not a public sector union. This is like regular union where I think there's some really good reasons to have unions in private sectors.
Yep.
But I guess the bus drivers and the monitors, they didn't come to a negotiations failed, and
Oh,
they
no.
were locked out. So I don't know
Oh,
what's
man.
going to happen there because school's starting next week.
Right, we're gonna need some bus drivers.
Yeah, it's that's not going to be fun.
But
Yeah.
I don't think I knew bus drivers were union.
Well, it gets back to it, so that it's the school that's contracting out
Gotcha.
to a private entity, and as I'm talking about this, I'm thinking of one of our listeners. It's Linda Kuchar, who used to be part of the Teamsters. I love you, Linda. She might still be part of the Teamsters. I don't know. She used to do work with UPS when I worked up there, not for UPS, but for Adecco. Yeah, and Sharon Gibbs Jacobs says that school starts on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
But I don't know if school starts on, oh, wait a minute, no, they did, I think they did coordinate all the schedules this year, if I recall. That was something that they all did. So yeah, everybody starts. Wow.
everybody
I
starts.
hope there's some buses that are running.
Same. That'll be.
Yeah. So we got Vermont and several nonprofits are asking federal courts to dismiss lawsuits against the State Superfund Act. Yeah. So VPIRG got really angry with me over this. I signed on to some legislation signed on to some legislation to undo the Superfund Act.
Yep.
And it requires businesses to pay the state of Vermont for fossil fuels that were used from 1994 to 2024 because of the impact that it's had on the environment. And several, there was a court case. So now we're paying court fees for a case that we're not going to probably win, which is the reason why I signed on to that rescinding that act, because it's just a waste of time and money. We're not going to collect any money.
Right.
And it's just whatever. I would rather us spend money on, I don't know, putting the drug dealers in jail.
Or maybe. Right.
Maybe.
There's some other stuff we could spend some money on.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, so we'll see how that
How that turns out.
turns out. My guess is it's not going to be overturned.
Was your legislation passed, or did it get?
Oh,
Is
no,
it
the
held up?
legislation is not going to get passed. Not in this house.
Oh.
No. Absolutely not.
Well, you said you signed on to it. I wasn't sure if it was still being worked on.
I signed
or...
on to it, but it is dead-did-ski, as Beetlejuice would say. Dead-did-ski. Green Mountain Care Board cut back some big health insurance rate hikes. Yeah. Do you have insurance?
I don't have health insurance.
You don't have health insurance.
Health insurance is a bit. It's a bit spendy.
Wait a minute. How old are you again?
27.
Oh, you're just over the limit.
And I make too much money to get back onto the state Medicaid.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Kind of one of those things where you just knock on wood that you don't need it.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, as someone that didn't have health insurance for a while back,
Yeah.
definitely want to get that now.
Yeah.
It's better to have that. I don't know if your work provides it, but it's definitely worth the chunk of change.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's they didn't allow certain rates to go by, which is it's going to be tough, right? You know, because I work in the insurance industry. Granted, it's on the life insurance side,
Right.
but rates are based on actuarial tables, and if it costs a lot of money for these plans,
Yep.
cutting them down may look really good to the public, but if we're going to have to bail them out like we did earlier this year, that's a problem.
Right.
That's a real
It's not gonna
problem.
work.
Brian McDonald says Vermont doesn't have any money. There's too many people in government who are a little slow.
That's a nice way to put it, Brian.
That's a nice way to put it, yes. Find a few tax deductions. And Brian says that he read something today that Green Mountain Care Board okayed the increase for Blue Cross Blue Shield. No, they did not. They allowed an increase, it's my understanding, but it was half of what they were asking. Lowering, so this is directly from, I want to say it was from Digger, but I can't quite remember. The rate hikes for 2026, lowering requests from Blue Cross Blue Shield Vermont in MVP to single-digit increases instead of up to 23%.
Well, we're getting there.
We're getting a little more, a little less, you know.
Yeah, we're getting there. 23%, I guess. That's
That's
Yeesh.
quite a bit. But I think it was 9% for MVP and 4% for Blue Cross Blue Shield. Or no, that was plans, individual plans and small business plans. So not, yeah, I don't know. I would highly recommend that people go and read it. I've got, let's see here, Francine says it's BS to no one should be left without health care insurance. They are supposed to help find a plan for the ones that don't get Medicaid. I have a solution for our health care, but nobody's going to like what I think. I'll just say that. Maybe one of these days, Raylene will squeeze it out of me, but not tonight. Did you watch the video of Governor Scott's press conference last week?
yes. Yes, I did.
With Jennifer Morrison?
I was gonna say it was with a Jennifer.
I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
So for folks that do you wanna explain it?
The
Let
press
you get into
conference.
the hot seat on this one. Do you want to explain what happened?
I don't know if I can explain it.
So some WCA, I think it was WCAX, asked the governor about Mulvaney Stanek, which is Emma Mulvaney Stanek. Disclosure, went to school together. She and I graduated the same year, class of 1998, the best. Oh yeah, I'll remember to say that, Raylene. Don't forget to join Raylene and Jeff for Table Talk tomorrow at noon. They've got some very special guests joining us. Keegan Bergeron, Dad Jordan, some great things to share about baseball. They both had an amazing time in Cooperstown, and since the return of Jordan has received some pretty incredible news.
Nice.
You won't want to miss the announcement. It's got hometown and dad, grandpa pride written all over it. Hints, Fenway, Red Sox, and Wakefield. Baseball, Granite City, Blast. Baseball. So I'm like a squirrel.
There you go.
Let's go back to the governor's press conference. So I guess Emma has been making comments about that,
Yep.
and she made a comment that apparently kind of made it look like, or indicated that it was Phil Scott's fault that they're having issues,
Right.
and
Phil Scott came back.
Phil Scott, Phil Scott did what he does, which is like the nice way of saying, no, I disagree with you on that. But his commissioner of public safety was having none of it. She was having none of it. And she just like clapped back on it and said, so I don't know how long you've been tracking the situation in Burlington, but none of this happened overnight. This is years and years and years of policy decisions, budgetary decisions, and city council decisions that have led to the situation in Burlington. And to come around on point and show, somehow point a finger at the governor belies the reality for the people who live through that as city employees. And she goes on, the problems in Burlington did not occur overnight. They will not be fixed overnight, and it requires that everyone commit to principles of accountability, shifting the pendulum back to the middle so that the use of public spaces is just important for law-abiding people and businesses to thrive as it is for service-resistant people who make others afraid or commit crimes. The city has made their bed, and they are going to have to ask for specific help to turn the corner. I really resent the implications, whether it's your implication or the mayor's, that somehow the Governor Scott is responsible for anything that has happened in the Queen City. And she was, I think she was the interim, what was it? She was the interim, do you know?
Yeah.
Off the top, can you
think
say it?
that-
She was the interim police chief?
Right. What was the town?
Burlington.
Burlington.
Yeah, she was. I think she was the interim police chief. Yeah, she was having none of it. She was like, she was pretty straight up. I don't know if I'd want to get. I don't know if I'd want to get her upset.
Right. You just kind of want to.
But it's true,
Right.
you know. And I will say this, you know, Barre City's struggling right now, right? And the fact is that, yeah, it's been repeatedly a problem that has festered. It didn't happen overnight. And, you know, I think of, you know, I saw a post today where they came after the current mayor. And it's an easy target. But
Right.
he has not, it's not like that council was on his side, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the council power dynamics shifted in May,
Yeah.
less than 3 months ago. It was 3 months ago. And I know for a fact he's working to try to fix this problem. You got to understand, like, prior to 3 months ago, the ordinance that they were trying to pass,
Yep.
they were having a hard time passing it. And it's like blaming I was on that council for 14 years, and the last 6 years have been dominated by people that are okay with prostitution.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm just saying. And Raylene says total progressive move. Oh, whoops. Wait a minute. She was talking about the Burlington thing.
The
But I
Burlington.
mean, same thing, progressive move.
Yeah.
So, that's all I got for local news. You got anything exciting?
For local news,
Yeah.
I did have something.
Ooh.
What did I see? It was on Facebook, of course.
There's been a lot of stuff on Facebook.
That's where you get all the. There was I saw something. It was here in Barre. The Fox Market, they're closing.
Oh.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I thought that was sad. I was in there a couple times.
Yeah. So Fox Market, I mean, I have a history with this
Uh-oh.
situation. Well, because I was on city council
Right.
when they sold it,
Yep.
and again, getting back to that whole progressive control, it's a historical building,
Yep.
and I was super concerned that the city was giving up the historical building. And at the time, I remember looking at the present, you know, I'm like, you're cutting your, you know, it's not, Barre City it's not demographically set for a Fox Market type business model.
Right.
Because they sell not bowls. What the heck was it? It's like chia bowls,
Yeah.
something like that. And it's, you know, Barre is like a blue collar community, and it's hard to sell like that upper end kind of food. That's what I understood it. You know,
Yeah.
Barre City's more like a Bud Light community versus, you know,
Definitely.
versus, you know, like Francois France wine. It just is.
Yeah.
You know, Barre City's like a box wine community, not, and it's very sad. You know, it's very sad, but you know, it's just if they sell it, if they sell the building, I will be at the city council meeting advocating for the city to buy it.
Right.
We should, having that building
Yeah, the
is,
city should retain it at least.
yeah, unfortunately, the city probably won't, but yeah. No, it is very sad, and I feel bad for them because I personally think that people fed them information that may not be accurate.
Accurate. Well, that happens.
It does happen. It happens when you have crazy people on the council.
Right. That's why we have the crazy people on council.
Yeah, yeah.
We need them.
No, we need them to go away.
Get a little crazy, get some normal people.
Get rid of
You
the
have a
crazy people.
somewhat.
It's sad. So sad. You know, and I feel it frustrates me because I remember having the conversation saying that it's not. It probably wouldn't work, and you know but I was a bad person for making that statement.
Oh, man.
So I don't really care. It is what it is. I am sad for them, and it's just another empty building in
Another
Barre City,
empty
which
building.
is really sucky. Well, it may not be empty. I mean, maybe they'll rent it out.
Hopefully, they can find something to put in there.
Yeah, hopefully. You want to talk about your national news craziness there? So
Let the record hold. I do not follow tennis at all.
you do not?
No. I saw this and I was like, I'm going to be on a podcast and I just have to share it. It was on, well, anybody who scrolls like I do. It's on CNN, and I just thought it was super funny. They're playing the U.S. Open, whatever, tennis tournament that's going on these days. And
Who will play it? Oh,
Tough season of majors for him.
they had the photographer walk where he wasn't supposed to.
A season that has been teetering for Daniil Medvedev reaches another breaking point.
what
here at the
happened
US
there?
Open.
What happened there? Tell me what happened there.
Apparently, he wasn't. Apparently, there are certain places in the court you can walk for press and whoever else, you know, because they've got, they've got rule keepers, they've got scorekeepers, you know, and there's certain places where they can walk, and they have barriers where all the photographers sit on the end, and he, I guess, took the long way around and walked around the barrier and came back. And I just thought it was the funniest thing because how upset the tennis players got.
He was a little upset.
He was a little upset, and I guess they delayed the match because someone walked. I'm just like, wow. I mean, that's
a lot of hate going on there. What? I think there was you know what? I wonder if it's like a tennis thing. Because there was that guy that was like super angry all the time. I mean, this was back in the 80s and 90s. Somebody will drop the comment of who it is. It was some angry
I just
tennis
cracked
guy.
up when I saw that. I'm like, man, that is just.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're a little aggressive.
a little
aggressive.
A little aggressive.
That
And
poor-
I mean, he took 4 steps where he wasn't supposed to, and then it's just like,
Freaks out. Yeah.
wow. All
Well,
right.
All right. Well, we hit our hour, and the one thing that I did put something down for national news. I will make this one comment, and we'll move on to our wrap up for the night, which we've decided to. Liam is going to do a Liam's lecture, and I've got Michael's monologue. But before we go into that, I will mention that DC has had, on average, about one murder every 2 days, up until the last 10 days. With that, let's go on to Liam's lecture. Take it from there, sir.
All right. Forgive me, I didn't have time to memorize mine, so I have to look at this.
Neither did I.
And also, this was. Oh, when did I think it was late last night again. I was doing this. I do everything late at night. My best ideas, late at night. So, my lecture is one of the nicer ones you're going to hear. And so here we go. All right, let's talk about Vermont politics. The state is doing it right, and let me tell you why. First off, town meetings, every year, people show up. They vote on the budget, they make decisions. No politicians in suits, just people deciding what happens in their own communities. Direct democracy at its best, and to have fun, as said in the musical Hamilton, I want to be in the room where it happened. And then, local control. Vermont towns have the power to decide on everything from education to environmental laws. The people know their communities and they make decisions. It's not some distant government, they're in charge. They're your neighbors, your friends, your family. Elected or just in the town, in the room at town meeting. It's absolutely amazing. And I've been a lot of places that don't do this. So when I came back, and I just saw this on Facebook, I came back about 7 years ago. And I was so interested in how this worked, and I wasn't old enough to appreciate it before. When I was first here, I was only 8 or 9 years old. So, let's see. Vermont proves that politics doesn't have to be about big money or lobbyists, it's just about the people. Local, engaged, and ready to shape the future. Vermont's model works because it's people-powered, and that's something we could all learn from. From the State House to our neighborhoods, the state is special in how decisions are made at the town level.
All right. Well, I will now do my monologue.
Have at it.
Be prepared, because I was pretty fired up over this. Something that's been
Some angry typing going
some
on
angry
late last
typing.
night.
Some angry, sarcastic typing for sure. So here's my monologue, and it'll be the last thing that we say. You know what really burns my biscuits? Publicly funded trap houses. Yep, you heard me. Your tax money, my tax money, going towards these houses. The money that we bust our biscuits for, going straight to pay rent for people where their only plans they have are entrepreneurial drug trafficking and dealing. In some cases, we're not funding housing, we're basically contributing to a criminal Kickstarter campaign. Meanwhile, working families who actually follow the rules and are scrapping by, trying to pay rent, and where do they end up? Living next door to a trap house with a 3 a.m. traffic that makes Times Square look like a monastery after the rapture. And heaven forbid your kids want to ride their bike. Better hope the tires survive the syringe minefield. Best part, if you complain, you're the problem. Be compassionate. That's what they say, but yeah, sure. Nothing says compassion like letting your neighborhood turn into a free sample zone for fentanyl. Listen, if you want to live like Scarface, knock yourself out, but not on my dime, not in my city. And as for the people that will inevitably complain about this rant, GTFO.
And there you go.